What it do, man? It's your boy Josh. We back up in this thing with another one. We woke up this morning. It's another beautiful day. Praise to the Most High, man. Let's get it. Hey, bro. I was thinking about some of the things that I've learned on my journey of self-improvement, man. And, you know, as a guy who kind of wish people would treat me better, or wish somebody would respect me a little bit better, or respect my boundaries and things like that. Here's something that I've learned about that, man. People won't respect you unless you can show that you respect yourself. And when it comes to respecting yourself and having respect for others, it's acknowledging boundaries, acknowledging standards. What do I mean by that, bro? What I mean by that is, if you respect somebody, there's going to be some things that you ain't going to do. You're not going to test those boundaries on them because of the way you respect them. You see, you have to hold yourself to that same accountability. And the way you frame it is that, man, if this person doesn't treat me the way that I want to be treated, I'm holding this boundary, I'm holding this standard, and I'm not allowing them to continue to be in my life. There is a power that I cannot describe. I don't know how but there is some sort of power of walking away, of having a standard, and be willing to walk away from something that's not of standard to you. It's something powerful about that. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Somebody who is desperate is somebody who has no standards. They accept anything out of desperation. You never want to be an individual that's desperate, especially as a man. Never be desperate for anybody's respect. Never be desperate for anybody's attention. Never be desperate for anybody's friendship. Never be desperate for a relationship. We should be self-sufficient individuals. We should have the standard, or have the discernment of saying, man, if I allow this to continue to happen, it's only going to get worse. To give you guys an example, man, I'm an Army officer. I'm in charge of soldiers, for example. I'm in charge of soldiers. And the big thing that we have in the Army, bro, is something called standards. And we hear it a lot in our talk and our lingo about meeting standards. We don't move the standard. We uphold the standard. We don't change the standard. We hold people accountable to meeting the standard. And if the standard is not met, then you put in corrective action. Then there's follow-on action after if you don't meet the standard. There is no lowering of the standard. There is no letting you go by this time, because the second that you lower the standard, the second that you change the standard, that is the new standard. When you lower your expectations, when you lower what you think you deserve, that is your new standard. That is where you are at now. So if you allow somebody to mistreat you and you allow them to stay in your life, that is the new standard you have set in order for them to be in your life. Oh, I can do this again and be good because there was no corrective or no negative consequence to the thing that I did to them. So when my soldiers, for example, if I tell them, hey, we're gonna do 5 of these, or we gotta do 5 actions or something like that. Let's go ahead and say the number that the threshold we gotta meet is 5. But this day, I said, you know what? Nah, you guys can do 4. I'll allow you guys to do 4. And then we come back the next day. Where do you think my soldiers are going to aim? What threshold do you think they're going to try to reach? They're going to try to reach the one that gives them the least amount of work, the least amount of energy. Doing the least amount so that they can get back to doing what they want to do. The new standard is now 4. And even if I say, yeah, guys, no, the standard is 5, we got to do 5. It's already ingrained, and they've already witnessed you lower the standard, lower the threshold. And so their expectation is, oh, he's saying 5, but like he did in the past, he's going to lower it again once he's put it. That is what people do. And you becoming desperate to allow and accept anything, you will continue to lower the standard so much to the point where there is no standard. Anybody can treat you the way that you want to be treated. Anybody can do whatever they please against you. If you want to be respected, if you want to be loved, you have to set a standard and a boundary for yourself to not allow certain things to happen. If you are receiving bad customer service, I remember the other day, bro, I was checking out the line, bro. This girl had an attitude. I did not want to work with her. I did not want her to check me out. So you want to know what I did? I saw somebody else on another register. I said, actually, I don't want this. I'm going to take it back. You just cancel the transaction. I stepped back and I walked right into the other line and had the other girl check me out. I did not feel bad about it. I felt like I wasn't being treated fairly. I didn't make this person come into work today. I didn't make this person. I don't know what this person is experiencing, but it has nothing to do with me. But the way that you are treating me is beneath the standard that I have set for others to treat me. And so what do I look like trying to make you treat me the way that I'm going to make you treat me the way that I want to be treated? What do I look like trying to make you? I'm not going to do that. You obviously are tripping, and you obviously are somebody who I don't want to associate with because you can't honor and respect my boundaries. I'm not going to give you an opportunity to redo it again. I'm sitting here looking at you crazy. Looking at you like something wrong with you. I'm over here saying, excuse me? And you still saying whatever you want to say? You still want to talk crazy? All right, bet. I see what type of timing you on. No, it's all good. I'm not that desperate to be checked out by you. I'm willing to wait for somebody else to process my checkout. That's what you got to be willing to do when it comes to your standards, fellas. Is you got to be willing to wait. You got to be willing to go without. Never be in a position where you got to be desperate. You got to be like, please, baby, please do this for me. Please, baby, please, I need this. I can't get nobody. I'm not going to be able to move. Bro, look how weak and look how silly that is, bro. Look how weak and silly that is. Never be in a... You guys should never have to prove yourself to nobody. You guys should never have to try to convince somebody to get on board. You are who you are, and if that person doesn't accept you for who you are, or they're saying, yeah, I think I can treat them this way, you can't be so desperate to be with somebody that you'll just accept anything. Man, I'm tired of dealing with these girls, bro. All these girls, they all the same. They keep playing the same game because you still got the same weak ass standard, bro. Oh, bro, all these girls, they all do me the wrong, man. I'm done with women. No, bro. You need to be done with that weak standard that you set for yourself, because the reason why they do you like that is because of the lack of accountability that you have. You want to be mad at them for doing you, but the only reason why they doing you like that is because you allow it. Because why? Because you're desperate. Why? Because you have no options. Why don't you have options or willing to wait and seek for other options? Because you got no discipline. You don't got no discipline to wait, put the work in, and attract better. So out of desperation, out of acceptance of who you currently are today, you'll allow anybody to come into your life and allow any sort of treatment, as long as you ain't got to be alone, as long as you ain't got to do it by yourself, because you can't do it by yourself. You're scared to do it by yourself. You think you can't do it by yourself, but you can do it by yourself. You don't need anybody or anything from anyone. You can do everything that you ever desired in life on your own. And if anybody is in your life that's not willing to support you and help you in that sort of way, and if somebody is trying to detract you from reaching your happiness, reaching your peace, bro, we gotta say sayonara. It's facts. I don't want you around these bottom feeders that's over here sucking the living life out of you, bro. I want you to be around good quality people that really want to mess with you, bro. It ain't nothing. It ain't no greater feeling than being with a girl that truly desires you, treats you the way that you've always wished you wanted to be treated, because you was always willing to treat people with honor and respect and out of the kindness of your heart, and all you just wanted was the same thing in return. But I'm sorry, but the evil world that we live in is it's not like that. People try to take and get away with as much as they possibly can. Try to skeeze out and try to give as much meaningful effort while receiving the maximum amount of benefits. Come on, shawty, move, man. These folks out here can't drive, dog. They need a light at this intersection, no cap. But, man, I'm about done with this video, bro. If there's one key thing that I learned, bro, is that don't accept that girl back that did you wrong, bro. She just gonna do it again to you. If you accept her back, if you say that, if you don't hold her accountable to the standard, bro, that's the new standard that you've set. You've allowed that mistreatment, that maltreatment to occur again and again and again. There is no incentive for them to treat you better. So, you have to be willing to walk away. You have to be willing to go without. Say, man, let me go ahead, let me work on myself so I can go out there and attract better. Man, let me step back. Let me not be in such a rush. Let me step back. Believe that if I continue to invest in myself, continue to respect myself, others will respect me eventually. Man, as John, I think I'm a cold dude. And there's some people that respect my boundaries and love and support to be with me. And I'm going to tell you something, no matter how cold you become, no matter how great you are, there's going to be some people that's not going to give you the respect that you deserve. And it's going to be up to you whether or not you want to allow that standard. If you want to lower that standard because you're desperate. Don't be a desperate individual, bro. There is nothing worse than a desperate individual, because desperation only causes more turmoil and causes more sin, and it causes more issues, bro. If you hire somebody out of desperation, do you think they're going to leave a bigger mess or become a bigger problem? If you just hire anybody out of desperation, you hire anybody to work for your business that meets the minimum requirement. I just need somebody, please. I'm so desperate. I just need somebody to work on this, bro. I'm working too hard. I just need somebody to help me. I'm so desperate, bro. I'll accept anybody. What do you think you're going to get? Do you think you're going to get a high-performing individual who's going to do the job to the fullest, who's going to do the job correctly, who had to go through the rigors of the interview process and the hiring process? Or do you think you think you're going to get the individual who, got it handed to them, and they see and they can get away with a lot, and they can just keep getting the paycheck without having to do any sort of work and put in any sort of effort? Which type of person would you hire to run your business? And this ain't about business. This is about life. Run your life with the quality management that you wanted to have. Let's not talk about it. And the part of just doing that is just not accepting that everybody ain't meant for us. And that's okay, bro. You got to be willing to go alone. You got to be willing to go ghost, bro. You can't be scared to be alone. You can't be scared to be by yourself, bro. If you're scared, you're going to miss out of life. And you're going to always continue to be desperate and making desperate decisions. And desperate decisions tend to end up being very, very bad. We can't have our boys out here desperate, bro. We got to set the standard of what we expect. And if somebody ain't willing to accept it, man, we willing to walk away. We willing to let them go. And that's just that, man. So that's all I got for y'all boys, man. Before y'all go, man, make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe, share. I'ma holler at y'all boys.